So here we go. I finally got my hands on a Traxda wide slide. This is a rock slider step that extends 3 inches out further than the original version, and it prioritizes that step. But you can see here that with that inner tube and the outer tube, there is some pretty good slidiness to it. Back a month ago, I visited the Traxda Headquarters in Tucson, Arizona, and I got to see these things being made firsthand. As of right now, they are not being made by machine, but by hand, and it was a pretty exhaustive process. There's a lot of work that goes into these. So as you can tell, this is a lot of welding. I know these rock sliders are on the pricier side, but the whole point of them is to protect your vehicle so you don't have vehicle ending damage to your subframe. If you damage that subframe enough, then your vehicle won't drive right. Bad things could happen. I've been sitting there recording these welds, and it's quite a bit of work. That's a lot of steel too. This is DOM tubing. This is the good stuff. Another thing too that these rock sliders will do is they will stiffen your chassis. So I run a rooftop tent before I put on the rock sliders or rock rails. My vehicle had a lot of body roll, and when I installed the rock sliders, that stiffened things up. These look even stiffer because I am running a prototype version, so I would assume that my vehicle is gonna drive even stiffer. There will be more lateral stability, but I'll let you all know once I get these installed. And so now it looks like that is going to be welding on the plates. That's going to give a place for you to step on, and then also this putting those plates in also stiffens the structure as well. You'll see that if I zoom in here, you'll see that it is dimpled, and that kind of adds strength to the plate. See right there, it's dimpled. And so by doing that, by dimpling it, it increases like the thickness of that plate, and it kind of mimics like it being that thick, or however much the dimple sticks up. There you have it, even more work. This is just one wide slide. So just imagine he has to do all of this twice, and a lot of labor involved, a lot of material. You're definitely getting what you pay for. So these wide slides do come in a different variety. This is going to be the DOM tubing, which is the higher end. It's going to be more robust, tougher. And then there's also square tube. It's going to be cheaper, but it's an option for people that don't really, I mean, it's still going to be strong, but that's going to be for people that, you know, just want a beefier more robust side step compared to what's available right now, just as a running board. And those running boards aren't rock sliders. They're not designed to take a hit, and the brackets on those running boards, they actually, I call them rock catchers because they're going to angle down and catch on rocks, whereas this thing right here is pretty much, it's going to be totally flat on the bottom, so it is going to slide. And also, because it is a more solid step, it's going to provide more lateral stability. It's going to resist twisting forces more. So Greg, is this one similar? Okay, and is it similar to that one over there? Same. Nice.
Yeah, this was on my truck already.
Cool.
That's why it's dirty. But we have a bunch of orders of people that are more important than you.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
If you're watching this saying, where the hell are my stats? John did not bump you at a line.
All right.
It's all done, John?
Very cool.
You can shut off your GoPro in there.
Okay. Some parts. Grab that. Very cool. It's a little warm, but
No, it didn't run on batteries.
yeah, it did not run out of battery. It's lasted a little bit longer now.
Mine always got stolen from me, so see how I thought about you?
Yeah.
Buddy, I know.
Oh, all right. Perfect. I got that on camera. Yeah.
You want to blackmail me now?
So,
My wife already knows I sexually harass the employees.
so Simon, tell us, like, your plan. You want to...
Well, it's not my
Good
plan, it's
trip.
Greg's plan as well.
Greg's
Oh,
plan as
Simon's
well.
plan. I blame Simon.
So,
I don't like people.
I'll say it's
That's
all
Nor-
three of your plans.
That's Nori. I don't like people.
The plan basically is we have a off-road overlanding jamboree almost, based out of Traxda. We've got a nice big parking lot here, we can fit a lot of rigs in. We do it maybe over a weekend. One day we head south, we go down to Patagonia, Empire Ranch, Box Canyon, maybe down to the Mexican border. And then maybe on the Sunday we head north, the trails get a little bit chunkier. We go and visit Mammoth, Copper Creek, some of the trails up there. There's an old mansion we can go visit, things like that. So maybe have a weekend overlanding group sort of trip based in Traxda. We can come back to town in the evenings, go and find a restaurant to go and eat at. Something like that.
You know a guy with keys to the building. So
Yeah.
We can get in anytime.
The new Honda platform, the 2023 Honda Pilot.
Oh, it's a CRV, I've learned. I have all the parts on my desk.
Wait, what?
All the parts are identical to the CRV stuff.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. I can show you the parts inside. Let's go look.
What the heck? For the new
Yeah,
Honda Pilot? It's the same as a CRV?
like identical.
So when you make this
So
kit,
it got lighter weight. The chassis got lighter weight. You won't believe it.
are you saying the new Pilot is less robust?
I don't know. You'll have to ask Ian if it's less robust. He's the only one I know that has one.
I mean, I'm sure the CRV people are going to be happy because when you develop stuff for the new Pilot,
Right?
it's going to fit.
It's gonna fit. But I got all the parts in, and I started laughing when I started working with them. I couldn't believe it. It was so funny.
What?
They're right on the desk.
That is crazy.
So.
Action.
Okay, so what I often do is I buy all the pieces that I'm likely to touch, right? Because it's so much faster to open a box and disassemble a truck. So I keep all the part numbers. You can see here, they're all labeled. Right? Here's your strut hat. There's the part number tag, right? Everything's here. This is all the Pilot stuff. This is the CRV stuff. Just saying, you tell me, is that the same truck?
Wait a minute. This is CRV.
Yeah.
17 to 21? What?
So there's 2023 Pilot. There's 17 to 21 Civic Accord CRV. Yeah, I
Are
think it's the
you
same part.
kidding me?
I couldn't make this shit up if I tried. So,
Wait
yeah,
a
not
minute.
totally identical in every part, but so close. Right? Like, holy shit, that's so very close.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's very slightly different.
Because Honda touted like
Yeah, so
my generation Passport as being their
it's-
light truck platform.
It is one number different in the part number, but it looks the same to me.
Okay, here is 2023 Pilot. Here is CRV, and
So,
are they gonna match? See if I can
they're
balance.
identical. Isn't that funny?
Holy crap!
So there I was thinking it was a beefed up chassis, and it's the Civic chassis. The Civic chassis. I can't
So
make
now
this shit
the
up.
new Pilot,
Like,
it is a bona fide crossover. It truly is a crossover because
look, this fits a Civic, John. This fits a Trail Sport. You telling me that's not the same part?
it is. I can see it.
Isn't that hilarious?
I mean, this right here,
Isn't that funny as hell?
that's kind of sad, actually.
So it's like a wide Civic, right? The axles are longer, so you get more off-roadiness. But it's the same.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That blows my mind. And the thing is, too, it's
Things
like
you learn
it's
when
an,
you come visit me. Huh?
it's an older Civic.
Yeah,
this is
it's not even
17
new.
to 21.
Not even new. And then these are identical to the shock mount they're using on, well, not identical, like the width is slightly different, but the same style shock mount that's used on the RAV4, and the same style is used on the Kia Telluride, or the Kia and Hyundai, the Telluride and the Palisade. And we just had a Jeep Wagoneer or something. The guy came in with a bigger version of this. This is all the new rage of quick assembly. You just put it on this rear thing and it goes up in there and they zip it in on the assembly line and away they go.
All right, now,
So we'll just modify the RAV4
so,
cockpit.
so your Ridgeline, my Passport.
It's more robust than this Civic based shit. I mean,
Yeah.
this really high performance Civic.
Right. All right, so
It just killed me.
I'm not getting the new version then. That kills me.
I was genuinely surprised. That is not what I expected. Right?
Right.
Like, Honda's a nerdy enough company that I learned from watching your YouTube video that the Passport Pilot rear strut hat is 5 millimeters smaller than the Ridgeline, because I'm watching you grind the damn thing and
Right.
thinking my laser's out of calibration by 1/4 of an inch, right? It's just what Honda did. And now they got these parts, and it's like, holy crap.
These are sad parts.
Funny.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
just amusing.
Yeah. Wow.
So this is the trade secret. We buy all the pieces we're going to touch, and then we engineer off that, so when it actually shows up, we're
Yeah.
kind of 99% of the way there.
All right. Now the new Pilot does have a pretty cool 10-speed transmission, though.
Yes, you're all about your crawl ratios, John. You're always about your crawl ratios. So you're always crap talking my chassis, because mine's the
What about the MDX? Because it has like a upper lower suspension and on the
So
on the
that
front.
I think is totally different again.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it's based on, and I haven't done the research.
Wow. Huh.
So
Let's see what they come up with for the Ridgeline and Passport, because these vehicles are kind of known to have a higher probability of being taken off road, right?
well, yeah, but
so-
didn't Ian he's got what, the 1.5 inch lift in it?
Yeah.
And don't they vibrate if you go too high? They have to shim the subframe and everything. It's because it's all Civic based.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he was complaining about
Little
that.
stubby axles.
My gosh.
They don't take any angle, right?
Oh no.
So that's
oh, no.
why.
Oh no. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I know this news is gonna break a lot of hearts.
I just thought it was funny. I'm sorry. It just made me laugh.
Okay. So wow. That's
So you won't be downgrading in the
a
future?
freaking bombshell.
Will you be downgrading in the future?
Unless they put in the MDX suspension, because the MDX suspension is probably gonna be more robust, right?
Well, aren't we probably in belief that the Ridgeline chassis changes soon?
Yeah. So they didn't come out with like the Passport and Ridgeline for 2024. It's staying the same.
Really?
Right.
Have you talked to your Honda people?
2025 I have a guy, but I'm sure he can't tell me things.
Oh, okay.
Well,
it's either going to stay the same or go to this.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, I hope it changes.
And the only reason I would think they would go to this is it's perhaps lighter. Right? They're always trying to shave some weight. So.
Oh my gosh. It's,
But yeah, that just cracked me up. I'm going through it. It's like, this is the same thing. Funny stuff. You're not what the cops are, you, John?
So, what other products do you offer?
Okay, so this is the new Pilot Trail Sport rear shock head, whatever you want to call it. Shock mount. This is the bracket we made for the RAV4s, which extends it. Here's the one we made for the Hyundai Palisade Kia Telluride, which is a bigger version of the RAV4. And what we'll end up doing for the Trail Sport is making a smaller bolt pattern one. But this is the latest rage. All the new things have got this.
All right. So, Greg, you sell a lot of parts for other car manufacturers.
Yeah, our first product was a F-150 leveling kit. If you've seen a triangulated leveling kit, that was because I didn't have any money when we started, and we got more pieces of the sheet. And so now everyone's copied us, like Ready Lift and Pro Comp and Rough Country. Everyone's copied the triangulated design. So Ford, Chevy, Dodge, that was our main bread and butter for a long, long time. We did the 05 Ridgeline for Honda when they built their Supercross truck with Kelly & Sons out of California. So that's the one with the flames on it, the first gen. So they asked us to make that kit, so we made that. And then the Honda whole series has been pretty fun. I bought that truck without ever driving it. They just brought it to me and I signed the papers and took it apart. And then I think I told you, John, already that I made the 3.5-inch kit for me, and then I was surprised that anyone else actually wanted to buy it.
And how many have you sold?
Like 1,000 of them or something. So
That's awesome.
It sells much better than I ever thought it would.
Yeah.
And now the next thing is to figure out all the rest of the stuff I want to do. So we got the air horns and air tank and compressor and all that stuff over there. And I've got some airbags I'm going to try and make work. We got the prototype roof rack on there.
Oh.
And then there's some stuff for the bed rack that bolts into all the mount points. So I don't like the ones that clamp the plastic, because then you're clamping plastic, which is not strong. So we figured out these are prototypes that bolt into where all the hooks are, and so your rack is physically bolted to the truck with bolts, not clamps on plastic.
Yeah.
You can see the distinction there, right?
Yes. Bolting to plastic just sounds scary.
So with my bed rack, you'd be able to pick the truck up. We should do that. No, we can set it up.
Yeah.
We'll get the forklift out, right? We'll pick the truck up with the bed rack, and then people will know that clamping plastic.
All right, that'll be on the to-do list when you set up this little get-together.
As soon as I get the little windshield or that door light bracket for you done, right? That's only been 2 years. So, and then you want your front winch mount still.
That would be nice. Yeah.
So the crash beam is different on the Ridgeline than the Passport.
Oh my gosh.
Because Honda, being Honda, right?
I mean, at least it's not the same as a Honda CR-V.
Yeah, the Civic chassis. I like you, Ian. I'm just shit talking to you a little bit. And then this is what we're going to put on your truck. This is the wide slide.
But this one's you, so I'm not bypassing anybody.
We're not jumping the line for you. So all the people that are waiting, they're not saying, "Hey, John, you took my step." No, John's getting screwed over here.
I'll have one of these slides and then the old one.
We'll ship you the other one.
Like an old prototype one too.
Once we get the important people taken care of, John, then we'll send it to you. So yeah. So let's get that done before it starts raining.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's gonna rain.
All right. How heavy is that?
We can go weigh it. It's like 40 pounds.
Oh, that's not that bad. I think the ones I have are 35.
The ones are 20 pounds.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, I can't really get this in here. What does that say? It says 1,052 pounds. And now it says 1,092 pounds. So it's 40 pounds exactly.
All right, that's not too bad.
That's a pallet.
You know how much a Rockslider weighs on a Ram Power Wagon? Like 275 for one.
Not a stock one.
No. This would be aftermarket, but that's how heavy they are.
Yeah, but some aftermarket guys make them out of solid steel. So this is no shortage of metal there.
Right, that's Dom tubing.
This is 3/16. It's really thick.
Yeah.
Here, tell you what, pass me the camera.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you pick it up. You tell me. Is that heavy?
Pretty decently heavy. Bro.
That's some solid there, man.
Here it is.
We will find out the answer to what can possibly go wrong shortly.
And is this driver or passenger?
Driver.
Okay.
Yeah, we finally figured out that on my truck, you know when we went up Charlotte Gap, John, and I bent my side a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
That actually damaged the chassis.
Oh, my gosh. That's not good.
My chassis is off by like 3 or 4 millimeters and all the mounts on the passenger side from that.
Uh-oh. All right.
Those are new thicker washers that Gabriel's suggested.
Nice.
PTH.
Yeah, he's an engineer. Very cool.
Oh, you don't like that, huh? You don't like the tickles.
Let me, there we go.
Well, we know we can't take these off without the alarm being off, huh?
Yeah. It's good to know people can't steal them, like ninja style.
Yeah.
So you've got these back windows totally blocked off.
I do. Yep.
Did you get the EcoFlow air conditioning?
Oh, yeah, it's right here. I didn't use it though. It didn't get hot enough.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's on the other side, but it's...
Well, I wanted to make a panel that you take the window out and then you got the panel with the air conditioning in and out.
Yeah, I can't do that just like right here.
What light would be permanent?
Permanent.
Well, you're not looking out the window anyway.
Yeah.
This is never going back to stock.
No. That would be neat. I don't think it'll sell though, to be honest. If you're, yeah, that'd be neat. That'd be neat.
For you, John.
Get a little,
Because I can do it with a flat panel, right?
yeah,
And then you glue it in.
right.
This is glued in now.
Yep.
Because these windows, a lot of them are structural.
Yeah. No, that'd be cool. Just know that. I mean, you might sell a few, but
Well, I mean, I might sell 5 of them. That's not the point. The point
Yeah.
is, there you go. Go stand
Yeah.
up, John. I'll video you.
okay. How much do you weigh, Pat? Watch a break right now.
Snap!
I'm
I'm 200.
I'm like 285.
Well, there's 500 pounds on there. Damn, your suspension's stiff. It barely moves. The whole truck. 500 pounds hanging off. It's rock solid. So, what do you think, John?
I think it looks great. It actually has more. It looks like it has more clearance than the original sliders.
Probably not.
At least probably not.
To
But
push you away from
I don't
everything.
know.
That's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Push you away from. It's first step, obviously, to get up on your
Right.
turn.
Looks a little funny because it's like it's metal colored.
It's out 3 inches. It literally came out
Yeah.
parallel to the ground 3 inches.
Yeah. No, the color looks funny, but we know why it's not painted. But no, I think it's great. I think this is the step that people want. Yeah. If you open the door, you even have more step. Yep.
No mud's gonna get caught underneath it like the last one.
Yeah.
So get a shot of that plates are on top.
Right. And then now people are they're gonna wonder about the sliding ability, and I think this is
So we put a rail down here also, obviously instead of that last prototype
Yeah.
that you had there, there's a tube right here that you
right.
slide across a lot easier.
Yeah, so you're not gonna get hung up on the brackets.
No.
So Like I said, it's not called it's not a rock catcher.
Nope.
Like all those other side steps that you have, that just running boards,
Yeah, or
they're a rock
the plate on
catcher.
the front.
Yeah. Kind of the before and after. So I took that single wide slide home with me and got a little comparison on no slider and with the rock sliders reattached and painted. I was very surprised that it looked like there wasn't much of a change to rocker clearance. One thing to point out is that these will not come painted or powder coated. They're just too big for Traxda's powder coating oven. Also note that this is the very first prototype wide slide, so yours won't come rusted like this. This came off of Greg's truck, and I'm going to be spraying it with this rust reformer spray. You might be wondering what happened to my left foot. Well, this was a month ago. I aggravated my Achilles tendon, and I just had this walking boot because it enabled me to get around, to go about my business and do errands. I just don't like to sit around. So here's the process. I'm spraying it with rust reformer. This is going to be the base. But again, keep in mind, these were off of Greg's truck for several months, and that's why they're rusted up. When you buy them, they won't come to you rusted. So you could skip that step. Now I am spraying bed liner. You could use Raptor liner or whatever spray that you want to use, just as long as it is in that bed liner class of spray. And if these get scuffed up, you could just reapply and it'll look as good as new. So anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving, and until next time, have fun on your adventures.